Bloons TD6 is a simple game. Monkey pops balloon. Easy, but too easy. I need something harder to prove that I'm a god gamer. Something like half cash, where you start with half the amount of money you normally would, and you make half the money throughout the entire game. Still too easy though. What about the hardest game mode in BTD6? CHIMPS, which stands for no continues, hearts lost, income, monkey knowledge, powers, or selling. But this is still too easy even on the harder maps. To actually make this a challenge, I took all of the CHIMPS modifiers and added them to half cash, combining the two hardest game modes. But this has been done before by a few other creators. They all did it on beginner maps. Maps like Logs, Resort, and Cubism. These maps are extremely long, with Logs being the longest at 60.33 red balloon seconds long. That's how long it takes for one red balloon to get from the front of the track to the back of the track. The map that I will be playing, Sulphur Springs, is only 37.25 red balloon seconds long, almost half as short as Log, making this challenge twice as hard. This short track length will pose many different challenges, but one of the biggest challenges is going to be the start. What if we try a dart monkey? Nope, he's not good enough, which is exactly what my girlfriend told me after we had set. What if we try the dart monkey but we set him on strong? As we all know, setting the dart monkey's targeting to strong will make him physically stronger and nothing can get past them. Nope, he still died. Maybe we put him in the front. Alright, back on here, but some to last. Ah, never mind, we don't need a monkey, the balloons will pop themselves. Yeah, no, that was a long shot. This time I'm gonna put him on the right side and set him on first. Hold on, wait, go back. He didn't just miss that, did he? He did! It was right under him! He could have dropped the dart and... Oh, okay. I'm going back to an easier map. This is Scrapyard. It's a beginner map. To start, I placed a monkey here, and then I died. And then I placed a monkey here, and then I almost died, but I didn't. And I placed a monkey here. I'm a god gamer. And then I did die. And then I placed another monkey here, and then I died. Next, I got a monkey in a slightly different spot, and then I didn't die. Then I got another monkey, and then another one. My hero, a wizard, 2 super monkeys, 2 villages, a bloodthirsty rabbit that pops balloons, a literal cyborg, the power of the sun, drugs to feed the power of the sun, and then I did it. I finally did it. I beat the challenge. But it didn't feel right. It didn't truly feel like I won. I needed to beat the challenge on a harder map, and I think I can do it on Sulphur Springs. But first, I'm gonna learn you something. The tack shooter. You see this thing? It has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. You can't see the one back there, but it has 8 darts that it shoots. This guy, you see that? That is 1 dart. 1 dart. 8 is greater than 1, which means the tack shooter is greater than the dart monkey. Get out of here, dart monkey. We're using the tack shooter. Tack shooter is down, and we are beating this round. I know it. Okay, well, we only like 2 balloons. That's much better than the dart monkey did. We learned from the beginner map that if it barely doesn't work, then we just move the tower to a slightly different spot, and it'll work. Yes, exactly what I thought. We finally beat round 6. Only 94 more rounds to go. We died to round 7. And even though we made a tiny bit of money for beating round 6, we can't buy any upgrades. We have to spend as little money as possible so we can get down our hero Geraldo as fast as we can. He has a bunch of useful items that will help us a ton in the late game, and if we don't get him down early, he won't level up fast enough. We have to fully restart and find a spot that will allow us to place a tack into a dart monkey into a sniper so that we can afford Geraldo as fast as possible. He gives us a bunch of extremely useful items for this challenge. Items that pop, slow down, and stun balloons, upgrade and buff our monkeys, and even a mystery mouse controller that we can use for later. He's kind of like if the Wandering Trader for Minecraft was actually good. The first thing we're going to buy from him is the shooty turret. This is just an all-around good early game tower that can pop a bunch of balloons, but not all of them. Our defense is extremely weak to camo balloons and lead balloons, and by weak, I mean we cannot pop them at all. This is why we got the sniper though. His first 2 upgrades allow him to pop both types of balloons, making rounds 24, 28, and 30 extremely easy. This is only a temporary solution though, because we do die to round 31 and 33. 31 can be solved relatively easily by buying a sub, but 33 is a little more difficult. 33 is all camos. The only tower that we have that can pop camos is the sniper, but he doesn't shoot fast enough to beat this round. This is where Geraldo's second item that we're going to use comes in clutch. The stack of old nails. Now this might not sound like a great tower, but it is amazing. For only 55 money, yes, that's what the money in this game is called. I didn't name it, don't blame me. We can pop round 33 and save it for the top path tier 3 sub, which can de-camo balloons, stripping them of their camo property, making them normal balloons, solving all of our camo issues for the rest of the game. Just like the camos, I thought the sniper would be able to deal with all these, but it can't. It's too slow again. The permanent solution to this problem is a 130 druid. This middle path can pop regrows leads with the help of the submarine decamoing everything for almost the entire game. But that's way too expensive right now. We have to prepare for the Moab on round 40, so for now we're just going to get a 100 druid, which has the lead popping capability, so we don't spend too much money on things that won't help us pop the Moab. I keep saying Moab, but you guys have no clue what I'm talking about. The MOAB is an acronym that stands for Mother of All Balloons. This is a blimp-like balloon that holds smaller balloons inside of it and releases them when it gets popped. Huh? It doesn't stand for that? Hold on, let me Google it. It stands for Massive Ordinary Air Blimp. I have 735 hours in this game, and I did not know this information. Next, you're gonna tell me that BFB doesn't stand for Big Balloon. What? Brutal Floating Behemoth? Yeah, cool. No, I totally knew that. And ZUMG doesn't stand for Zeppelin. Oh my god. Okay, Zeppelin of Mighty Gargantuanness. That one's kinda cool, I guess, and makes a little bit of sense. Anyway, we need to pop the Massive Ordinary Air Blimp. So weird to say that. To do it though, we're going to use another Geraldo item, the Worn Hero's Cape. This item turns any Dart Monkey into a Super Monkey for less than a Super Monkey would normally cost. The only downside is that you can only upgrade it to a tier 3 Super Monkey. But this is plenty good enough because the tier 3 Super Monkeys are all super strong for what we need them to do. Especially because a tier 1 Super Monkey can beat the round 40 Moab. With this achieved, we can relax and start setting up for the late game. I'm going to get 2 bottom path discount villages, making everything that we buy in the village's reigns cheaper, helping us save a bunch of money, because remember, this is half cash. But I got a little too greedy. Round 43 was too much for our defenses. I spent all of the money I had on villages that do not help us pop anything right now. But once again, the greatest hero of all time, Geraldo, comes to the rescue, and he does this with the Jar of Pickles. This is an item that you can give to a tower to buff them for 5 rounds. It gives them more damage with slightly less attack speed. Putting this item on Geraldo himself will also give all other Geraldo items like shooty turrets the same buff, allowing us to remedy our mistake, save up some money, and buy the middle path druid. We make it all the way to round 63 before we get overwhelmed. By this point, we have 2 discount villages, a 420 Dart Monkey, and another Super Monkey. All this is just barely not enough to pop the massive ceramic wave that's on 63. But just like every other time we have been in trouble, Geraldo saves the day. We can put Pickles on the Druid and buy Knockback on the Super Monkey, beating what I would consider to be one of the hardest rounds in the game. Right after this, we can afford the Pet Rabbit from Geraldo's shop, an extremely strong item that can one-shot ceramic balloons, making every round up to 79 a breeze. 79's a bit more challenging though. We need to micro the Druid and then buy the 5th tier Dart Monkey mid-round so that we don't lose. With the Ultra Drug on our team and the Psycho Bunny round at 79 and all of the 80s can be beaten with ease. The next challenge is DDTs. These are Moab class balloons with lead, camo, and black properties, meaning that every single tower we have on the map can't do any damage to the DDTs at all. The normal solution to this problem is a middle path village that would let any tower pop any type of balloon, but that's way too expensive, so we have to get a little creative with items like Pickles, Camo Potion, and Jerry's Fire to pop rounds 90 and 93. The Camo Pot gives a tower camo protection and +1 bonus damage to any balloon with the camo property. And Jerry's Fire is an item that spawns a wisp-like thing that shoots fire, both very strong for popping DDTs. But this isn't enough for round 95. The DDTs are still too much for us. This is because our Super Monkey, who is doing most of the damage right now, can't pop lead balloons, meaning it can't do damage to the DDTs at all. Our savior, you know him, you love him, Ice Monkey! The top path ice takes the lead property away from the balloon that it hits for a short amount of time, allowing the Super Monkey to do damage to the DDTs. It also gives 1 extra damage to every projectile that hits the balloon that it's affecting. This would allow every tower to damage lead balloons, solving our issue with DDTs. The only thing left is the round with the most balloons in the entire game, round 98, fortified DDTs on 99, and the bad on round 100. Round 98 can be beaten with a sharpening stone on the Super Monkey. 99 can be beaten by slowing down the DDTs with a glue gunner. And after everything I have gone through, getting Geraldo down as fast as possible so he can save us multiple times, saving every penny so we can get the 5th tier Dart Monkey exactly when we needed him, streaming for 5 hours straight, and dying over 50 times. I finally popped the round 100 bad, beating the hardest challenge in BTD6. Thank you for watching.